A very happy morning to all the RPCs. Welcome to RPS Group of School online classes for science. Today, we will continue with the chapter Microorganisms, Module 2. In the previous module, we discussed microorganisms. We discussed discovery of microorganisms and how microscopes play an important role in discovery of microorganisms. General characteristics of microbes. We studied the various habitat of microbes, and then we studied major group of microorganisms in which we have gone through the detailed about bacteria. In this module, we will study about a microorganism called fungi. We will study characteristics of fungus, structures of fungi, classification, and how the fungus reproduce. Let's start with the characteristics of fungus. Following are the important characteristics of fungi. Fungi are eukaryotic. That means they are made up of cells which have membrane-bound nucleus. Fungus are non-motile. That is, they are not capable of movement. They are heterotrophic organisms. That is, they cannot prepare their own food and depend on other organisms for their food. They may be unicellular, that is, single cell, or they can be filamentous, that is, they are multicellular, made up of single thread-like structures called hyphae. The other characteristics are they get their food by decomposing organic matter, that is, they are saprophytes, or they eat of their host as parasites. Fungus do not possess chlorophyll like plants, and thus they are non-green and are heterotrophs. Fungi store their food in the form of glycogen. It is a polysaccharide of glucose that serves as a form of energy in fungus. Let's discuss about the structure of fungi. The structure of fungi can be explained in the following points. Almost all the fungi have a filamentous structure, except yeast. Yeast is a unicellular fungus. They can be either single-celled or multicellular organism. Fungi consist of long thread-like structures known as hyphae. So, you can define hyphae as the thread-like filaments which penetrate into substrates, secrete enzymes to break down nutrients into smaller molecules and absorb them. They act as roots. These hyphae together form a mesh-like structure called mycelium. Fungi possess cell wall which is made up of chitin and polysaccharides. Chitin is a type of polysaccharide which forms a protective layer on fungus. Let's discuss about the classification of fungi. Based on the mode of nutrition, kingdom fungi can be classified into saprophytes. In this, the fungus obtain their nutrition by feeding on dead organic substances. Examples are Rhizopus, Penicillium, and Aspergillus. Another mode of nutrition is parasitic mode of nutrition. In this, the fungus obtain their nutrition by living on other living organisms, maybe plants or animals, and absorb nutrients from their host. Examples are Tephrinia and Puccinia. Another classification of fungi based on the mode of nutrition is Symbiotic Association. These fungi live by having an interdependent relationship association with other species in which both are mutually benefited. Examples are lichen. Lichens are the symbiotic association between alga and fungus. Here, both algae and fungi are mutually benefited as fungi provide shelter and minerals for algae, and in return, algae synthesize carbohydrates for fungi. Another example of symbiotic association is Mycorrhiza. A mycorrhiza is a symbiotic association between a green plant and a fungus. The plant makes organic molecules such as sugars by photosynthesis and supplies them to the fungus. And in return, the fungus supplies to the plant water and mineral nutrients such as phosphorus taken from the soil through hyphae. Mycorrhiza are located in the roots of vascular plants and enhances the absorption rate of water and minerals for the plants. Now let's discuss about the reproduction in fungi. One asexual mode of reproduction is budding. Budding is a type of asexual reproduction in which a new organism develops from an outgrowth or bud due to cell division at one particular site. The small bulb-like projection coming out from the yeast cell is called a bud. If you see the diagram, you will find that the reproduction is asexual and the newly created organism is genetically identical to the parent organism. The next type of reproduction in fungus is spore formation. Spore formation is a method of, again, asexual reproduction which is found in fungi like Rhizopus. In this method of reproduction, the parent plant produces hundreds of tiny spores which can grow into new plants. The spores are the microscopic, tough, rigid, and resistant bodies which are round in shape and can grow into a new individual whenever it gets suitable conditions. In Rhizopus, numerous spores are produced within sacs called sporangia, as you can see in the figure. The sporangia are knob-like structures which are present at the top of the thread like structures called hyphae. When these sporangia bursts, the spores are scattered by rain, wind, or insects and under suitable conditions develop into a new Rhizopus when they fall on a suitable substance like bread. With this, we end up the module. Thank you, students. Stay safe and stay healthy. But before leaving, just move on to the world of fungus.